Thank you, Cahir. Look, I welcome this report from the Autism Committee and its recommendations in relation to Summer Programme 2023, and I commend the Chair and my fellow members of the committee, because we've met with many groups and parents who have lived experience of the programme and the devastation they've told us about when they faced when their child did not get access to summer provision. I mean, the July provision scheme was established after a 1993 High Court ruling, and it ruled that children with additional educational need have a right to education, and it was established that children with autism and additional educational need experience regression over the summer months. The aim of this scheme was to provide an extended school year for these children so that as to reduce potential regression in learning over the summer holidays. The programme was only offered in special schools and schools with special classes, and where an eligible child's school was not offering a programme, funding was provided for parents to engage a teacher to provide tuition in the child's home. Now, when it was replaced by summer provision and the expanded programme, it was opened up to GESH schools, both primary and post-primary. The expansion in eligibility saw an increase from 15,000 children in 2019 to 80,000 children in 2021. And notwithstanding the positive aspects of expanding the cohort of pupils who were eligible to participate in the summer programme, there were no plans put in place to ensure that those children most in need of the programme would retain access to it. And the expansion of the programme meant that special schools and schools with special classes now had to compete for teachers and SNAs with the additional primary and post-primary GESH schools. Many teachers and SNAs were also opting to take part in the home-based programme. And it causes additional problems as it reduces even further the pool within which special schools and schools with special classes have to recruit staff to deliver the programme. So it has resulted in many special schools and schools with special classes struggling to find staff for the programme, and because of this, many have stopped delivering the programme or have reduced the period over which they run it. So priority access must be given to those with conditions which place them most at risk of regression during the summer recess period, and it must be a school-based programme. I mean, Department of Education figures from 2021 show that 80% of children in special schools had no access to the programme, and less than 5% of the 8,000 children in special schools got the full recommended 4 weeks. Priority access to the school-based programme is essential for these children, as the school-based programme provides an opportunity for them to be a part of a world outside their home, and it gives these children access to school facilities such as sensory and occupational therapy rooms and secure play areas. I mean, the home-based programme promoted by the department is not an appropriate alternative for children with autism and additional educational needs. I mean, the NCSE has stated that this is the least effective way to deliver the programme, given many children with autism and intellectual disabilities cannot cope and will not tolerate strangers in their home environment. So information, communication and assistance to parents, to school management and staff is also key to addressing issues that would inhibit the ability of schools to proceed with a comprehensive school-based summer programme in 2023. So this should include the establishment of a dedicated school liaison team. So I welcome that if that's one of the things that's happening. And that person could provide, or that team could provide, information and assistance to school management and staff in providing the programme. I mean, the issuing of guidelines as early as possible is crucial, because this has been cited on previous years by schools as the reason that they decided not to participate in the programme. And early engagement with trade unions is needed to identify and resolve any pay anomalies and any delays in making payment to staff, which has previously prevented some personnel from taking part. And I've heard of SNAs not receiving payment until December after working for a number of weeks during the summer. Parents must be kept abreast of new and changing information, and the application process must be made user-friendly with assistance in place if this is needed. Now, the range of professions eligible for employment in the programme has to be extended as well. It should be open to a range of multidisciplinary professionals, to students and to trainees. So nurses, doctors, child psychologists, speech and language therapists, occupational therapists, early childcare workers, respite workers. I mean, this approach benefits not only the children but also the professionals because they gain valuable experience. And protocols to pool school resources should be put in place to ensure that the programme is available in at least one school in each large town in the state. The Department of Education, in conjunction with the Garda National Vetting Bureau, need to resolve any difficulties with vetted staff working in different schools to provide the summer programme. Now, Sinn Féin brought forward the National Vetting Bureau Children and Vulnerable Persons Amendment Bill in 2022, and that would assist as it sets out to provide a register of generalised consents which can help in situations where multiple vetting applications would otherwise have to be made. And it allows an individual to apply for inclusion on this register and would allow multiple organisations to vet the individual in question without them having to complete the full process every time. So I suppose to summarise briefly, the points that are most important is that priority is given to children most in need, and that it is certain these children have access to the school-based programme. Just another issue that I was made aware of today, which may have an impact on the delivery of the school programme, is that the Department of Education is proposing key changes to professional development courses which are undertaken by primary teachers outside of school time. Now, the Department has set out that all online courses must contain 8 hours of real-time learning. Now, if this goes ahead, I think these changes may have a knock-on impact on the delivery of summer provision programmes, because many teachers will no longer be in a position to support this programme because they're completing their professional development courses. There was no consultation with the INTO on this. There was no suggestion or even of the possibility of looking at a pilot phase, and there hasn't been any research produced as evidence to support and ground such changes in the summer course delivery. So again, just look, there needs to be joined up thinking. We need to make sure that the maximum number of teachers, SNAs and other staff are available to take part in the summer programme so that the children that most need it are able to access it. Thank you, Chairperson.